Oh, all right. So this is the Kiri-same. So I got that because so this is the Pilot Justus, not the 95. This is the first edition, 1979. Hi, this is Guy from Geek Craft, and as part of the Explorers tour, we have a package from Pilot Distributor here in Jakarta. So I got myself a few inks. Actually, the Explorers tour guides want to explore inks, and we often want to explore inks that we already have, but I have been a bit curious about the Iroshizuku line from Pilot because it is quite a good sort of quality ink. My apologies for my voice. I am under the weather, as you might hear. So I'm gonna go ahead and unbox this. This is pretty cool. This is from, again, a Pilot distributor here in Jakarta, and this is how they packed their deliveries. So what we do here in Jakarta is that we have this online marketplace. I have a few people asking me, how do I purchase my stuff? So we have what we call here Tokopedia, and Tokopedia is similar to Amazon. So it's an online marketplace where we can browse for items that we're looking for, and we transfer payment, and we basically it's like Amazon, and you can opt for same-day delivery or even instant delivery. Okay, I'm making a little bit of a mess here. I wanted to just open it one go, but okay. So you have that option to have like a few options actually. You can have instant delivery where you have the package within an hour or two, maybe 3. And then you have a same-day delivery where it will be sent within the day. And you also have other more economical, but definitely like longer delivery, like delivery time options, but those are cheaper, of course. And you get an array of possible products in that website. So sometimes you get really good ones. Often actually you get really good ones. My 2 favorite ink shops, I get it through, I purchase from them through Tokopedia, that online marketplace. So again, if you've been here long enough, you know that I often purchase inks from Handwritten Pen Shop and from inkshare.id. And so those 2 are in that online shop. Okay, so as you can see, this particular shop, I haven't bought from this shop before. This is, I think, okay, hold up. This shop is, I think, Creative Stationery. And I've never purchased from them before. And so this is the first time I've actually experienced their packaging. Very, very, very secure. So thank you. I bought a few inks from them. And I also managed to get a pen from them, one that they were selling. So in their app, or sorry, in their ad, it says it's new old stock. So I was a little excited. It's a Pilot pen, the first edition or first production of that pen. And they said it was new old stock. The price was very good. And so I thought, why not? For my birth month, maybe I should get one. Oh, wow, okay. So this is what's in the box. More secure packaging. I would think that this is the pen. Okay, and I would think that these are the ink. So let me just unbox. There's nothing else in the box, but that was quite securely packaged. So we'll open this in a bit. As you can see, it's a Pilot pen, of course. When I was looking through their shop, it was predominantly, if not entirely, Pilot products. So they have a few of the discontinued inks from Pilot. And so actually, I'm quite curious about the more popular inks like Yamamoto, Konbeki, and Inaho, which was recently super discontinued. And so I wanted to see, I have a big bottle of Inaho, which I purchased from Handwritten Pen Shop, but I also want to experience it without really opening that bottle. Give me a second. Okay, I don't know where my scissors went. And oh, here it is. And I wanted to experience the ink before I even used the big bottle. I'm sorry, I didn't really know that the small bottle was available in another shop because I am a creature of habit. So anyway, thank you for joining me as I unbox this. I did not know that the packaging would be so secure on these products that it's taken me a very long time to get them all out. So anyway, here we go. Oh, all right. So this is the Kiri-same. So I got that because I wanted to try that. So these are the 15 ml bottles of Iroshizuku. They have a bigger one. And so anyway, yeah, so I got myself a big bottle of Inaho when I heard that it was discontinued. And I've always been curious about that one because everybody loves it. So I thought, why not as part of my ink collection. And I have a, okay, so I don't know. I have mixed feelings about inks. So sometimes I feel like they're a collection of their own. And sometimes I feel like they're just like a by collection of my fountain pen collection. All right, so this one is Momiji. Okay, again, another one I've actually been curious about. So all these actually are inks that I feel would satisfy my curiosity. It's one thing to see them on the online platform like YouTube, like what you're doing now, I hope. And it's quite another thing to actually see them in person, in real life, so to speak. And so sometimes there are inks that aren't really impressive when you see them online, on YouTube, or any other platform. But in real life, they're quite good. Like case in point would be the Waterman blue that I have. It's Serenity blue or something like that. Oh, what's this? Oh, Kosomosu. This one I've been actually looking for some time, and sometimes it's available in the market and then it goes out of stock when I'm ready to purchase inks. So luckily when I decided to get a few Iroshizukus, it was available. In fact, it was one of the first things I looked for. After I found out that, oh, here we go, that the shop still had Inaho. So this is actually what I really want to try. And then Kosomosu, Kiri-same, Momiji. These three have actually been in my cart for such a long time. But it was it last night when I found out that another shop had Inaho and all these other three. So, okay, so before we open up this, so the plan today was to unbox that. And also to unbox the pen, and maybe we'll have time to swatch inks. Okay, he said that he was, the shop owner said that he sent me a freebie, so I suspect this is the freebie. I actually thought this was going to be the pen, but yeah, like I said, I suspect this is the freebie. it's a gift, he said. Okay, so that was very sweet of him to send a gift. Ooh, what is this? Okay, let's move these away. So oftentimes, actually, the shops here, they send gifts with the packages, and I feel like it's very, very sweet of them. They don't really have to, and sometimes people here have started, they expect it with their gift already. I don't, so every time a shop sends me something, I really, really appreciate it. Handwritten Pen Shop and Inkshare.id, they always send something. One time, Panacea even sent me a lovely, very old pen. Panacea, by the way, is one of my favorite vintage fountain pen shops here, also in Tokopedia. Oh, look at this. Okay, what is this? Is this... Okay, hold up. Let me see. What did he send me? Okay, so we will see what it is together. So it's packed like this. Let's go ahead and remove it. Okay. Oh, okay, some more packaging. What is this? Oh, it's a ball pen desk stand, is it? Sometimes they pack it in these boxes. We don't know really what we get at the end of it. Oh, it is in fact a pen stand. Oh, that's so cool. Let's see how it works. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so it's a lovely little pen stand. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this up. After I open this up, we're going to set up for an ink swatching. Okay, so this one is supposed to be new old stock, and it is an old pen from 1979, so there's nothing else. So it came in this box with this clamshell, I suppose. And oh, there you go. It is the Pilot Justus. Okay, let's see what else is inside. It's a pretty nice box they sent. Okay, so let's put that away. Really pretty. Thank you for sending it in this box. He said it's a replacement box, and this is the pen. He said he found it in their stock. Oh, okay. So this is the Pilot Justus, not the 95. This is the first edition, 1979. And I've been reading in some reviews that this is actually much softer than the new version in terms of its nib. So we're going to have a look at that, but let's just look at the pen. Okay, really nice. Okay, there's a tiny bit of corrosion, but hello, it's an old pen. Okay, really nice textured body, domed ends, and gold trim. Okay, it says Pilot right there. And let's go ahead and, is it a screw? Okay, I'm not sure if it's a screw or a slip. Oh, it's a slip. Slip cap. Oh, and there it is. Oh. Okay, so for a pretty old pen, this looks nice. I really enjoy the nibs. I mean the feed that the Pilot has. Okay, and the point is, this one you can actually choose the hardness of the nib. So this is a medium, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, sorry. It's 14 karat, and this is actually what we adjust. Oh, it's a medium. You can see right there. I hope you can. I don't. Can you? So this is just going to be a first impression. I usually like to take the pens out for a little try. Okay, the idea is you're supposed to be able to turn this. So there's a sign here that tells you if you go one way. Let me see if I can scoot you in a little bit. Okay, it tells you if you go this way, it'll it'll make for like a harder nib. And if you go this way, it's going to be softer. So it's not going to be a flexible nib, although it might give line variation. So the older ones are supposed to give better line variation. So let's try that. Oh, there we go. Oh, so you just turn this and that one moves back, allowing for softer, like the tines are able to separate easier. And then if you turn it this way, okay, that way, then the tines won't be able to separate much, hence you have a stiffer nib. It is quite a lovely piece. I really like pens that have interesting engineering like that. And so yeah, so that was quite good. So this is the pen stand, I suppose, but you can't really use it for thicker pens. This one, you can use it for this instead. All right, so that is lovely. So Pilot Justus, I'm gonna go ahead and do a full review of this once I've had the chance to ink it. I'm sorry, it's my voice and all of that. Once I've had the chance to ink it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and share that review with you. But that my first impression, it's a lovely piece. Thank you very much for this pretty vintage piece from Pilot. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna swatch these, so stick around for that. I also have quite a few others that I managed to find in my collection. So this one is Shinryoku. I use this a lot, and I love it. Yamabudo is another crowd favorite. I also got this because it's a crowd favorite and I wanted to try. Tsukushi, lovely brown. I am very much into browns nowadays, although when I got this, it was still like early in my collection days. Kojaku, because it means peacock, I think. Fuyugaki. And we have the Chuyukusa. As you can see, I didn't get the Konpeki because I have a lot of blues, so I want to explore other blues. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and prepare to swatch these. Okay, so I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to show you everything that I'll be using. In case you are new to the hobby and you have just started swatching, let's move these away. What are the things that you might need? So I have a lot of swatching videos. So basically, I have arrived at using the Maruman paper. I've used a number of other papers like Traveler's Notebook paper and Hobonichi and all that. Maruman works for me. It's not very expensive. And the ink, as you can see in this ink encyclopedia thing that I have, it works quite well. This is one of my more recent ones, the Monteverde color changing inks. I'll put a link up there for you. Lovely ink. So anyway, so today I'll be swatching using Maruman. You might also need a glass nib or one of those dip pens. Today also I have this little project I'm working on. Actually, this was inspired by a post that I saw from Karina Loves to Plan, I think. And she used a fairly small ink swatching thing, and so someone gifted me with this Mont Blanc mini organizer, and basically I put together okay, I was looking for this piece. So basically I put together refills for it using Tomoe River paper. It's supposed to be Tomoe River paper. I got it from Tokopedia, and so it came in this package, and they advertise that as Tomoe River. So basically I cut that, punched some holes, and use that as a refill for this lovely piece. So you'll be seeing me try this one out because I want to see how ink swatching reacts to this. Not sure if it's all. I'll be using a stamp for that. So the idea is to just put stamps here and maybe write the name under. I'll be experimenting a bit on that. But mostly they will be here for my ink encyclopedia, which I'm also putting together. I don't know why I'm gonna have two. I don't know if this is a transition. We'll have to see where that brings us. But mostly we'll be using this. I also use like a little splatter look to it, and so I just use a like a vial cap for that. So you'll see that as well. You'll be needing some water. So I have little jars here to clean up as I go, and I use a kitchen towel for it. As you can see, it's sort of reusable. So I use this and use this and use this until it basically has either no more space, disintegrates, gets full of cat hair, because I have two beautiful cats that sometimes visit me. So what's going to happen is I'm just going to go and do a straight swatching, and then when I've swatched all of the inks, I'll come back and we'll talk about the experience. Okay, so I will see you on the other side. All right, so let's scoot you back. I think I need to scoot you just a bit more. All right, so as I was going through all of the Pilot Iroshizuku inks that I have, these are 10, I think. I'm pretty sure I don't have any more. I could be wrong. If I am, I'll just post whatever I sort of left behind on my Instagram. I will be posting some of these on my Instagram too, as I try to get them onto like fountain pens this week. So this is of course part of the Explorers tour. If you're on Instagram and you want to explore inks, me and my friends, stationary stream, um, Girl Ink and Tea, Laloon Bunny, Read and Write with Casey, Mediocre Planner. We're all like, we've all gotten together. We decided to explore some of the inks that we have. And so this week, all the way to the end of August, we are exploring Pilot Iroshizuku. Okay, so what are my feelings? First off, note that I bought Yamabudo and Inaho just to experience these inks because they have such a cult following. I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. Plus, Inaho is now discontinued. So when I saw it in the local marketplace, I got a big bottle. And then luckily, like I said at the beginning, I managed to get a small bottle as well. Generally, how do I feel about the rest of it? I do quite like them. And I am especially fond of Fuyugaki, Kosomosu, and Momiji. All right. And so when I was looking through this, I thought that Tsukushi and Fuyugaki reminded me of the Colorverse Bukchon and Setchon combination. This two come in a set, but after having a look at them, I thought that the Colorverse version was a bit richer, more like vibrant, and these from Iroshizuku were a bit more diluted in color. But that's not to say it's a bad thing. They're both still really good colors. Fuyugaki is quite a nice one, I have to say. For Kiri-same, it's quite interesting. It's like a grayer version of one of my favorite inks, the Jacques Herbin Cacao do Brazil. So I don't know if I'm going to do it here on Instagram, but I think it'd be a good idea to sort of compare all these inks that have this sort of color or shade to them. And of all of these two, I realized that Momiji was like the driest feeling one. It didn't really flow through the glass nib so much like the others did. They just literally went straight to the paper. This one required a bit of tapping and all of that. So I think this is a bit of a dry ink. So which ones do I see myself using in the next 2 weeks? I think Momiji and Kiri-same will be on in some of my pens. And I don't know if I would like to try Fuyugaki in my pens. Definitely, I do want to try Inaho on like a fine nib. I don't know how it'll work with that, but it might work well on a medium nib, kind of like this. I don't know. I'm not really fond of like green mustard kind of inks right now. I'm more into this kind of color, maybe a bit of these colors. So we'll see how the week plays out. And in the course of that, I was also doing a side experiment. I wanted to see how this Tomoe River paper performed because I'm planning to have some sort of a separate ink swatch reference, not the collection bit, but something else. And so I wanted to see how that worked. And so it kind of worked well, except for the ones with the ink from the ink pad that kind of bled through. But for the ink itself, this paper really worked well with it. So I suppose it is Tomoe River paper without the Tomoe River paper brand on it. Okay, so yep, in general, I like how Pilot Iroshizuku inks are nice and wet. And so if you have like a drier nib, this might be a good collection for you, with the exception of a few. I mean, out of 10, Momiji felt the thickest or driest for me. Okay, so that's the ink bit. And just as part of your ink swatching exercise, I've shared with you what I generally use. One of the other things I use at the end is the Private Reserve Zero. This is an ink remover from the hand. So if you have this, actually I already scrubbed a bit of it while I was waiting for the ink to dry. But basically what you do is you get a little bit of this paste. It's quite thin. It's not really super paste. But it has like granules, and basically you just rub it over the part where you have a lot of ink, and then after you rub it off, you wash your hands, and I'm telling you, the ink residue isn't as much as it usually is for me after I play with my inks or have like large blotches like that left behind. So this particular um, ink remover is quite a life changer when it comes to ink swatching for me. That's Private Reserve Zero. I didn't think I'd really enjoy it as much, but I do. Okay, so anyway, that's about it. I'm not going to go through the whole process. Basically, after you scrub it, you wash your hands, and it's actually much less ink when you're done with that part. Um, all right. Oh, yeah. Before I say goodbye, this is my birthday month, and so I am celebrating it with a bit of like a splurge when it comes to pens and inks and journals and all that. And that's basically what my channel is all about. I go through the inks and stuff, mostly fountain pens and journaling. I journal quite a bit, although I don't share my private journals so much. I do share a few projects on my Instagram, so if you want to have a peek at that, I'm at Instagram on Kikai Journals, so please go ahead and say hi to me there. And then as part of like my birthday month, I do hope that you give me a little gift, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe and like my videos. It goes a long way into like establishing the channel, which I eventually sort of kind of want to really go into to sort of help out with stress and mental health and all of that. Okay, so having said that, thank you very much for watching. This is Kai from Kikai Craft. I hope that wherever you are, you're having a great day or a restful evening. Bye, everyone.